introduce you. Dr. Yadav is a college teacher teaching at baccalaureate and master's level in Nepal. He has been involved in academic writing for about a decade. He has written some articles which are already published in different national journals from different districts. His writings are generally based on his survey, user study, and mini research on different learning issues related to instructional phenomena. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And we have 15 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Can you go full? Straight full. Can you go?
You can yourself.
Use the remote control.
I'm talking about the full. Can you make it
Full screen. Make it full screen, please.
Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, sir and madam, everyone, for this opportunities. I must not forget to acknowledge everyone for my presence over there. So my presentation is a kind of success story. Last year, 2 years back, I made an experiment on using story in the classroom for actually installing the confidence in the students. Generally in Nepal, in the rural areas, the people students don't want to talk. They can write, they don't speak. Even in the writing another part, they show kind of hesitation. So I thought of different ideas and then I experimented with using story in the classroom so that they can build or develop confidence and then talk, at least have a, try to communicate. So this is me. Margaret Atwood, Canadian writer, she says you are never going to kill storytelling because it's built in human mind. We come with it. So this is the proverb. This is saying by Margaret Atwood, a very famous literary figure from Canada. So 15 minutes I'll consume in these three purposes: to share my personal experience of classroom strategy, to present a brief overview of the strategy applied in the class, actually the present experiment I did, and then highlight the success story of my work I did over there in the college. Outline. First of all, I'll present my overview of the study. Then introduce of the presentation with few queries. My own story is an anecdote I'll use, and then using a story is a way forward, and then I'll conclude. Okay, so before I begin, can I ask you the question, if you have answer? Why do you go to bed? To sleep?
Rest.
To rest?
Mm-hmm.
Rest? Okay, thank you.
To relax. To have a sweet dream.
Yeah.
To have a sweet dream?
To follow some social news, yeah, Facebook.
Okay. These are part of textbook or just you bring them from yourself, outside the textbook? Sometimes from the textbook, sometimes from outside. Okay. How often do you tell a story in the classroom? Once a week, whenever the text you teach? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah? This is the answer, general answer. I think you want to say something.
No, please continue.
Okay, that's smart. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing me, sir. Have you ever used stories as study for language enhancement?
Yes.
Maybe. Since we are
Yes.
teachers, we have to do lots of things, and you can't avoid the literacy part.
Yeah.
Right? I'm being fast because of the time constraint, So he's looking at our head, is looking at me, looking at the time. Thank you, sir. A state of honest consciousness, my own story. So could you please give a big, very fast look over there? If this now, let me tell you. The thing is now, I got married when I was in class 9. I came from the school, and my grandfather was living in Baranda, and he said that we have fixed your marriage. You have to be ready next week. And at that time, my wife was reading class. Would-be wife was reading class 4. I was 14 and 15 years old, and my wife was 11 years old. And then, and the child marriage was practiced, and I didn't hesitate because I was the eldest people in the village who were unmarried, and people teased me. oh, you are so adult, and why don't you get married? So I didn't take it in any song anyway. I accepted the proposal of grandpa and ready for marriage. When I was just in class 9, I was 14 years, just 14 years. When I told this is a real story to the students, my students, they got very curious and they started responding me. The first response I came from the student when I told my real story. And then I thought, oh, my experiment will work. And they started asking the questions. Now my wife is a nurse, no? She was just graded, 4th grade at the time. Your reaction, no reaction at all. This is the thing. Thank you. This is a story I wrote during COVID time. I don't know. Can you read it 2 and 3 minutes? Very fast. Our time constant.